Thanks so much for checking out this video. Today I'm going to be talking about a power-packed breakfast that has a lot of protein in it and about 720 calories. And I'm also going to go through what a breakfast like this costs. And so let's get started, okay? Right here we have some instant coffee. Now I like to start the day with coffee. So you can either spend $4 for a cup of coffee, you all know that, or you can spend about 18 cents for a cup of coffee. This is about $2.19, this instant coffee. There's about 20 servings in here. So you're spending about 18 cents per cup of coffee. Next we move on to a multivitamin. And this is what I take. I take the Twin Lab Daily 1 caps. It's about $6, depending upon where you get it. And there's 60 caps in here. So 60 servings at $6 a bottle, we're talking about 10 cents. So we've already started off with our coffee, and we've started off with our multivitamin, and we've only spent 28 cents. So let's start moving on to the nutrition aspect of this breakfast. So here we have Quaker Oats. And obviously this is a staple of any household. It should be a staple of any bodybuilder or fitness enthusiast's household, and it's something you should have in your pantry, of course. And this Quaker Oats costs about $5.29, and inside there's about 13 servings, so we're talking about 40 cents per serving. Really cheap breakfast. There's 5 grams of protein in there as well. And we're not going to go through how many carbohydrates necessarily. This is really just a protein-focused video. But let's continue to move on. So inside your oatmeal, you've got to have something to spice it up a little bit. So bananas in my neighborhood cost about 25 cents a piece, and they probably cost the same in your neighborhood. So we're talking about 25 cents for a banana. So add that to your oatmeal and it's going to taste terrific. Now let's move on to the more protein-oriented portion of your breakfast. These are egg beaters, and egg beaters are terrific. They'll save you a lot of time because you don't have to sort the yellows from the whites, and they're homogenized and pasteurized, so even if you don't cook them all the way, you're not going to get sick, from salmonella at least. And that's about $5. Inside there is 20 servings. Now a serving, believe it or not, is only 3 tablespoons, and 3 tablespoons of egg beaters actually has 5 grams of protein. So you're going to need a little bit more than that. Actually, you're probably going to need about 4 servings, which is about 12 tablespoons, and it's only 25 cents per serving. So 4 servings will cost you $1 for the protein component of your breakfast, and you're going to get about 20 grams of protein in 4 servings of egg beaters. Move on to what are you going to put your egg beaters on? You're going to put them on some whole grain bread. Now, I like to have 12 grain bread. 9 grain bread doesn't taste like it has enough stuff in there for me, and 15 grain bread tastes to me like it's cardboard or plywood. So I like the Pepperidge Farm 12 grain bread, and this costs about $3.99. There's 16 servings in there, and a serving, believe it or not, is just 1 slice of bread, but in each slice of bread there's actually 4 grams of protein. So we're talking about 24 cents per serving, so 48 cents for 2 slices of bread, and that's 8 grams of protein. So let's move on a little bit to this sandwich that I actually created. It's got whole grain bread, it has the egg beaters on it, and it has some organic uncured ham. Now the brand of ham that I use is Applegate Farms. There's no hormones, no preservatives. It's kind of expensive actually. It's $7.99. There's 10 grams of protein per serving. So this is the most expensive part of your meal. It's actually $2.60 per serving. You get 10 grams of protein, but it's going to add a different kind of flavor and a different kind of component to your breakfast that's going to make it really feel like a real breakfast and not just bland. You can also add some cheese. This is Organic Valley cheese. It's $5.99. Comes out to be 74 cents per slice, and there's 5 grams of protein in that as well. And you can also substitute. You don't necessarily need to have the bread. You can actually have a wrap. Now this bag of wraps is $3.69. Inside there's actually 8 wraps in there. And believe it or not, it's 9 grams of protein per wrap, and we're talking about 46 cents per serving. So let me just review this real quick. This breakfast, right, all in, costs between $5.73 and $6.23, depending upon if you use the whole grain bread or the wrap. Now we all know that this is pretty much the cost of coffee and a donut in some places, and you can really have a nutritious, power-packed breakfast. Now let's get to the protein component of this. This breakfast, as you see it, is 48 grams of protein and 720 calories. Now, if you can't see these charts, and you probably can't, that's okay, because I'm going to write all this stuff at the bottom of the video, so you're going to be able to check it out. I'll even put a little bit of the preparation on there, and this is a really great breakfast. 48 grams of protein, 720 calories. It gives you what you need. If you have a protein shake maybe a little later on in the day, you're almost you're going to have 100 grams of protein by the end of the day just by accident. And for those of you who are in the growth mode, you obviously want to have a little bit more. Some people are saying 1 gram of protein per body weight. Some people say 2 grams. I tend to stick in the 1.2 to 1.4 range, but I'll discuss that with you as well. Stay tuned for the next video. I'm going to show you how to make protein pancakes. I think you're going to like them. They might not taste as good as Aunt Jemima's, but they're going to taste pretty good anyway. So thank you so much for watching the video. All the best. Peace, love, and muscles. Visit me at vicsnatural.com. Say hello on Facebook. And if you want a diet tailored specifically for you, you can check out my Pow-How classes. I offer consulting via webcam, one-on-one, and I can create a program just for you, both diet and exercise program. Thanks a lot. Peace, love, and muscles. Take care.